Have you been rolling out your calves for ages and not really getting anywhere? If so, it could be another area that you're not seeing, and that's your foot itself. So often our calf gets really stiff, tight, sore, all those knots in it because the muscles of the foot aren't working correctly. And that's usually because we don't get out of our shoes too often, or shoes are too tight, or basically because we're too inactive. So the foot's pretty complex, got heaps of joints and muscles in there, and we need to make sure each and every one of them are working correctly. So what I recommend is 1, getting out of your footwear. 2, getting some dry needling. It can really help speed up this recovery process of your calf. And when you do that, for a more long-term solution, try and start loosening up the muscles. So what you can do is just grab one of these balls, maybe a golf ball, baseball, cricket ball, and just start rolling out from the outside of your foot, swing through, so the ball pops out the other side. You should be able to get maybe 4 or 5 passes through the foot nice and slow, then go from the tip of the foot all the way through to the heel, running through. So think of it like this is your foot, trying to get the ball running through each part of the foot. The other side you can do is running from the base of the heel and running across. And the last section of the foot is basically stretching out the toes. So you want to hold the toes on the ball and stretch them out by leaning into it, and go through each and every one of your toes. So the minimum dose for that, what I got taught, is try and do that 2 minutes a day, twice a day, for a minimum of 2 weeks, to see if you're going to make some headway with that one. So give that a real good hot go, guys. The other area, for your calves, I reckon this is less common, more likely going to be in the foot and ankle, the mobility of the ankle and the foot muscles itself, but is looking at the hips. So the simplest exercise I can give you is basically a step down. So make sure you've got 3 points of contact with your foot, the big toe, the little toe and heel. And with this exercise, all you're doing is stepping down, so just like this, and back up. Pretty simple. The main thing you want to be careful of is not driving your knee forward. So a lot of people, when they do this first, is drive that knee forward. Instead, I want you to drive your hip back first, and then the knee follows through. So I'll show you the difference. This is knee driving forward. This is hip driving back. Okay, so if I face you front on, we've got 3 points of contact. Make sure the knee's not moving around as we do this. Drive the hip back, kiss the ground with this heel, stand up. Once you can do this comfortably for about 20 reps, then what I want you to do is move the weight, or the height up. You can start holding on to something if you need to. Make sure your knees staying still. 20 reps in a row. Once it's fairly comfortable, fairly easy, bump up the height. So give that a go, guys. If you're having trouble with your calves, shin splints, tightness in your calves, not getting anywhere with the roller, try look at your foot and or the hip and see how you go. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you need any more help with that. Cheers.